Hi there everybody, this is David, and Yuji Horii is speaking again about Dragon Quest VIII and what is next for the series, and I definitely want to tell you all about that today, and that's totally worth a sub as you come and you join a party and you level on up with me. Thank you so much for your sub, your like, and your brand new hype. It helps me out a ton. So, Yuji Horii, that is the creator of Dragon Quest, if you don't know, he was on a Japanese podcast called Kosu Kosu, and he says that we're going to get to see the next Dragon Quest game on May the 27th, which is the 40th anniversary of Dragon Quest. It is Dragon Quest Day. I am so excited for it. I love Yuji Horii because he always says exactly what's on his mind. He doesn't hold anything back. He is just the best. So I came to y'all last week and I told you that we saw a rating for Dragon Quest XI's, a Switch 2 version of that. So I was like, okay, well, that's obviously going to be released on Dragon Quest Day, or not released, but, showcased on Dragon Quest Day. So we'll see a Switch 2 version of Dragon Quest XI. But now Yuji Horii is saying that we're going to see more than that. He's going to say, he's going on and he's saying the live stream will feature various other things besides the next title. So that means like, yeah, we're going to see the next title, but also various other things. So I'm thinking that we're going to actually get to see some Dragon Quest 12 footage, not just that trailer that we've seen for like 5-something years now. Hopefully some actual freaking footage. That would be amazing. Also, it would really be nice to see what's next on the remakes. We already have all the Erdrick Trilogy games remade, and we have Dragon Quest VII remade as well. So what are we going to see next with the remakes? Are we going to be seeing the Zenithan Trilogy? And is that going to be in release order or chronological order? Or are we going to move on to maybe a Dragon Quest VIII or a Dragon Quest IX remake? We don't really know. I will say this. If it goes to the Zenithan Trilogy, which I think that they are going to do, it just kind of makes sense that they're going to do the Zenithan Trilogy because we know that they're working on it. Because Yuji Horii came back and he said this about a year ago, because Yuji Horii does not keep his mouth shut. He's always just talking. He was saying that, the only reason why Dragon Quest VII came out was because they had it done first, which indicates that there are other Dragon Quest games being remade or being done or whatever if that one came out first. So I'm thinking that the Zenithan Trilogy is up next, and just the same way that they released the Erdrick Trilogy in chronological order rather than release order, with it going 3, then 1, then 2, I think that they're going to do the same thing with the Zenithan Trilogy and release that one in chronological order as well. So then, if that's the case, that would mean that we will be seeing Dragon Quest VI next, then 4, then 5. But that also kind of begs the question, with Dragon Quest VI being next, because it is so similar to Dragon Quest VII. I remember that whenever Dragon Quest VII came out, I could kill Ken. He's over there on the sofa right now playing on TikTok, and he doesn't realize that his phone is so super loud. But yeah, I'm stuck in Panama right now. I see. This is what happens. I'm stuck in Panama right now, and I'm gonna have to show some pictures right now. So I just got off a cruise. We did Grand Cayman. We did where did we go? We went to Aruba, and we went to what's the name of that island? I was just on there. It's my favorite one, Curacao. And then we ended in Panama, and I'm in Panama City right now. So that's why the background looks different. That's why you can hear Ken on TikTok doing God knows what. So yeah. Anyway. What was I talking about? I was talking about Dragon Quest. I would love to see the Zenithan Trilogy. Dragon Quest VI is very, very, very similar to Dragon Quest VII insofar it has that same job system. Dragon Quest VII just kind of took Dragon Quest VI job system and it kind of elevated it. So I would want to see what they're going to do to Dragon Quest VI, because we've already seen 7, we've already seen the elevated job system, and they can't really go back now, if you know what I mean. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with Dragon Quest VI, or if they just keep the Dragon Quest VII job system and they make that the way that it's going to be. Also, I think that it is time for a Dragon Quest spin-off, maybe a Heroes 3, maybe a Builders 3. I would love to see a Dragon Quest Builders 3. I think that would just be amazing. We've already seen Builders 1, which is based off Dragon Quest 1, Builders 2 based off Dragon Quest 2. Now I think it's time for Builders 3 based off of Dragon Quest 3, kind of tie up that whole Erdrick trilogy thing going on right there. Another thing that would be great, we haven't seen a Monsters game since The Dark Prince, which came out in 2022. So I think it's time for another Dragon Quest Monsters game. And the last one followed Sorrow of Dragon Quest IV fame. So maybe this time we might get to see something, from a different villain's viewpoint or something. Maybe follow Zoma or Baramos or Hargon or the Dragon Lord or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would be really freaking cool. But now I want to hear from y'all. What do you think that we're going to see on Dragon Quest Day? What do you think Yuji Horii has up his sleeve for us? Do you think it's just going to be Dragon Quest 12 and then their new thing is going to be the Switch 2 port of 11? That would be very disappointing to me. Do you think that we're going to get to see anything from the Zenithim trilogy, or maybe even 8 or 9? What do you think about Builders 3 or Dragon Quest Monsters, another entry in that series? Let me know what you think that Yuji Horii has in store for us, because I can't wait to hear from y'all. And as always, have a good day.